Rarely do you see someone get so disoriented and, yes, embarrassed, even though we try not to celebrate the humiliation of others, so quickly. In under 30 seconds, you're going to see one of the guys from the Good Liars prove to a Trump supporter why she has an inconsistent principle and why her petty meanness is not exactly helpful to our political discourse. And I'll play this for you, and then we'll go through what I think is actually a bigger thing in why it's being done and the implications of it than I've given it credit for, and then a lot of people give it credit for. So let me play this for you. It's on the subject of Trump supporters mispronouncing Vice President Harris's first name, Kamala, and I thought this was brilliant.
All right, so...
oh, by the way, while you're watching this, the whole segment, please make sure, check, even if you think you are. Some people said I was, and then I checked and I wasn't. What? Make sure you're subscribed. Easy, free, but you then are officially a part of the Beasley Brigade, and it helps us grow and get to hopefully 1 million subscribers by Election Day.
All right, so this is what your sign says. Is this what you call Kamala when you're talking about
I can't pronounce her name right anyway, so camel toe is a better solution.
Okay, and so we are here at a Donald Trump rally in Pennsylvania.
A Donald? The Donald, you mean?
Oh, you're correcting the pronunciation?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, just boom, boom. Breaks her brain instantly. I don't care. Okay, I'll call her Camel Toe. I don't care because I can't pronounce her name anyways. Oh, okay. So, Donald Trump. It's Donald. Oh, so you're upset with me mispronouncing that? I mean, just... And her response is justify the second part, which is just pronounce it correctly. True. You see? It's not that we're over here going, oh my gosh, why are you doing it wrong? It's just strange if we did this to you as an individual, whatever this lady's name is, and you just purposely pronounce it incorrectly, then of course you're going to be irritated or just confused. Why? What are you, a little toddler? I don't understand. And if you can split the screen this again, Jaden, what she wrote on the sign, I should say for our podcast listeners, is camel toe isn't qualified to wipe my ass. Which I hate to break it to you, but I don't think anyone's applying for that job, okay? I don't think we're interested. So no Indeed applications being submitted there. But this same exact botched, incorrect way, it's not even a way of saying her name, just the mockery that goes on with her name, was espoused to me at a Trump rally in a very strange way.
Who is running the country?
I don't know. Maybe it's the ghost of Corn Pop.
Maybe it's the ghost of Corn Pop.
Camel Toe Harris? Could be that. You never know.
Well, we do know.
Well,
Official birth certificate, etc.
Camel Toe?
We help everybody around the world.
I talk to so many Trump supporters, and they go, for example, in the wake of the Biden garbage controversy that we addressed, they'll go, it's just that liberals disrespect us. They don't accept us and respect us and understand the value of us, and they think that we're less than, and and while I can't speak for all liberals, I can't speak for people on the left, which is this gargantuous category of people of different views. I can't speak for all Democrats. I can say, I value you as a human being. I want to implement policies that make your life better. I respect not your views, but again, you as a person, as a human, as difficult as as you make it to be respectful sometimes. And so with that being said, whatever insecurity you're feeling about that, let it go and understand that your vitriol towards us is also fueling that, right? And actually, we can pretty authoritatively say is much worse. And when you get upset with something Biden said, but you don't care what Trump says about the other side, every time a holiday comes around, he posts something saying, Merry Christmas to all of the radical left lunatics and thugs and deranged, demented socialists and communists who are living like vermin in our country. And they're the enemy from within. None of that bothers you. So that's one point. The other thing is, if you think that you're being disrespected and you don't like how that feels, I'll go talk, okay? I'll go to the everyone who is voting for Harris gala that's going to secretly go on, and I'll go talk to everyone. I'll say, stop being so mean. If MAGA, you'll figure out how to do the same. But you don't seem to want to do that, which is strange, and then we're left in the situation. And by the way, this is not the first time that a contradiction of the merch or the signs that are being put up versus what Trump supporters think they exhibit. Here was one of my conversations.
Do you think high character is important?
Of course I do.
This I would not define as high character.
This is just a slapstick, kind of thing. You know what I mean? You see worse. Go on TikTok. Go on.
Don't you think you're playing? Don't you think you're? Don't you think? Don't you think you're? Don't you? Hey, she doesn't dance at all. No, she does. She actually is a dancer. That's funny. She's not a stripper. I'm just asking. Don't you think that you're undermining the cause? You're saying you have legitimate economic reasons for supporting him. What does the other side say? Sexist, racist, right? Yeah. You're playing into that with this. You're calling someone just because she's a woman a hoe.
It's like a slapstick thing. You can't read it.
Come on, you're reading into it by reading it. The shirt, for our podcast listeners, is Joe and the Hoe Gotta Go. I'm reading too much into his slapstick humor by reading his shirt and going, this is why people say you're just motivated by sexism, racism, bigotry, etc., right? Or you have Elon Musk, his PAC, putting out this ad. Background.
Warning, this ad contains multiple instances of the C word. Viewer discretion is advised. Kamala Harris is a C word. You heard that right. A big old C word. In fact, all of the other C words think she's the biggest C word of them all. That's right, she's a tax-hiking, regulation-loving, gun-grabbing communist. And the worst part, she's proud of it. Kamala Harris, the C word America simply can't afford. See you nationwide Tuesday.
You keep telling us. I've had so many Trump supporters look at me and they say, you seem nice, fine, but your side just thinks we're all a bunch of sexists and racists. And I'm sick of it. And that's why I need to vote for Trump, who questions the race of his political opponent. That's how I'm going to prove to them. No. Okay, so what are we supposed to take of that? No, but it's funny because it's not that C word. It's like a different one. It's like when Trump says the N word. Oh, but it's nuclear. Really, because I never saw, no matter how many times people called all of the other male politicians communists, they never did an ad doing the C word to make it seem for the whole ad until it gets to the end like it's saying the C word that's misogynistic. Oh, but you did it with the woman. No, but it's slapstick. You're reading too much into it. And then Elon Musk and America PAC, as it's called, well, the fact that they took that name is, and they just don't represent what that term should, but they deleted the ad. Now, if you're still struggling, MAGA, and then we'll get to the name significance with the name, we're going to treat everyone like children for a second by bringing in the children.
It's not Kamala. It's not Kamala. It's not Kamala.
It's Kamala.
Kamala Harris. Kamala's for our schools.
Kamala's for affordable childcare.
That's Kamala. Kamala Harris.
I understand, adorable by the way, but I understand mispronouncing the name. Totally. All right, that's not the issue. On accident. And then you hear Trump go, they say I should say it Kamala, but I don't care, so I'm going to say Kamala. Oh, okay, so it is purposeful. So then my question to you is why? Well, because I don't respect her enough to say it right. What? When have we ever done that ever? It's just weird. You're just strange for doing it. It's childish. That's what it is. But apparently that's how you get more popular if you're Trump, is being more childish. So it is like comma. And then the reason why this actually gets to something deeper is because it's a way to eat away at the perceived legitimacy, seriousness, gravity of Harris's campaign. If we can't even figure out her name, how could she be president? It's purposeful. Each individual is not doing it purposefully, but the broader effort by people who know what it is to say it wrong over and over is purposeful. So that's why we have to treat it as such. But it is difficult because every time you just try to say, hey, Yoo-hoo, could we just she might be the next president, so maybe we should know how to say her name. I don't know. It's kind of crazy thought. You have Tucker Carlson responding like this.
Tucker, can I just say one quick thing? Because this is something that will serve you and your fellow hosts on Fox. Her name is pronounced comma, like the punctuation mark la, Kamala. Okay? Seriously, I've heard every sort of bastardization
so
of
what?
that. That's how it is, Kamala.
Okay.
Well,
but
I think it's out of respect for somebody who's going to be on the national ticket. Pronouncing her name right is actually not, it's kind of a
So
bare
I'm
minimum.
disrespecting her by mispronouncing her name unintentionally. So it begins. You're not allowed to criticize Kamala Harris or Kamala Harris or whatever because Kamala Harris.
Not whatever.
Okay, look, I unintentionally mispronounced her name, but I love the idea that she's immune from criticism. So let me restate my question, because on this show, nobody in power is immune from criticism. Our political leaders must be held to account.
So, the grandstanding aside, it's not about you not being able to criticize, Tucker. It's, I'd like to know who you're talking about, and I'd like to operate in an environment where we act like adults, right? And there were a lot of people throughout. It's sort of like when someone's name would rhyme with, like, let's say their name. I'm picking what I'm about to pick here because of the next clip you're going to watch, okay? So don't think this is out of left field. If someone's name in grade school was Jay, and then to mock them, people go, gay Jay, right? Or, I don't know, someone's name is Luke, and they call him Poopy Lukey or something. I just, not me. It's like that level of quote-unquote criticism. It's not. It's just mockery in the least interesting, least intellectual, least mature way imaginable. Almost as mature as Tucker in the modern day, not that flashback clip, saying this.
Or like Tim Walz is very obviously gay. I look at him and I'm like, well, you're gay. And I'm sure I'll be attacked for saying that. Maybe he's not gay, but he certainly seems gay.
Right. They immediately say, where's your evidence?
Oh, I don't have any evidence. I'm just saying the guy looks super, super gay to me.
Okay. What? By the way, can you cut to this, Jaden? I don't actually want to comment on anything, but I feel like maybe I don't know. He just seems like he just looks a little disheveled or just tough Tucker world. I don't know. Someone's looking off about him. So Tim Walz looks gay. All right. Is he just saying that because he's like a happy guy? God, so feminine. He smiles at people all the time. He laughs. Oh my God. He loves his kids. God, he talks to his wife. What a gay. Ugh. So gay. He loves his wife. Freak. Just as a little bonus clip, Larry Kudlow. This is totally on nothing we're talking about, but look at what Larry Kudlow in Fox Business, who has had every bit of, and I say this is slapstick, this is a joke, but he looks like he is not really, like he doesn't even believe what he's saying. Like every time he says these ridiculous things, a little part of him dies inside. Here is Larry Kudlow saying, Trump, no one knows about policy like Trump knows about policy.
Mr. Trump, probably the most policy-savvy candidate in memory.
Larry, come here. Is this just for the Fox News viewers? Larry, come here. Be real with me right now. Do you believe that? If you believe that, quit your job. Don't ever talk about politics again. Admit this is just the wrong field for you. Oh my gosh. Trump is the most policy savvy candidate in memory. How do you say that? I'm not even interested in refuting that, okay? Let's just put that totally to the side. How do you say that and not go, Donald Trump, as I'm reading this teleprompter, let's see, Donald Trump is the most policy savvy candidate. Who wrote that on my teleprompter? Good one, guys. I don't know how he did it straight. It's almost impressive. Let's watch that again.
Mr. Trump, probably the most policy-savvy candidate in memory.
He doesn't know what tariffs are. His whole economic plan is tariffs are a beautiful word, so beautiful. Some people say love, I say tariff. And when he gets asked, he thinks a government pays the tariff to us and that U.S. companies don't have to be the ones paying the tax. And he's the most policy savvy candidate in recent memory, or not in recent, in all of memory. In the memory, Larry, I don't want to make any judgments about your memory, but if your memory is saying that, sheesh, maybe it's time to take one of those person, man, camera, TV sort of tests. Wow. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Support the show. Get the members only bonus show by clicking that join button below.